dear Scorpio, welcome to your April 2021 reading. I hope you're doing well. So, let's get 2 cards out of this deck. I think this one wants to come. Okay, here we go. The Page of Swords and the Moon. Also, like in the last reading, I don't remember which one that was, but the 2 cards that came out had a very similar color scheme to them. So if you look at this, you can already see what the color scheme looks like. It's very green and blue, and also with this yellow stripes. So some form of similarity here, and also maybe transition from one to another. It's a very rainy sea. There is a rainy day. The windows are blown open, and even the leaves come in with the rain. And this person is wrapped up in their, I don't know, like jacket, but it looks also like just like a bathing cape, or how you call that. I feel like there's like work that is delayed due to, I don't know, maybe like an inner storm or something. Together with the Moon card, it might also have to do with like overall anxieties and insecurities. Or maybe there's a special need to protect something at the moment, and this is why the major projects don't move on. Let me check what the main spread has for you. So, that's the current state, the base, the crown, how you got there, upcoming, transition, and outcome. Okay, this is very fiery, what I see here. So we have a lot of fire, and then a bit of air, and some water. Okay. So it looks like with the Page of Wands as if you are kind of planning on doing stuff. You've already have, you know, your vision set on it. You have kind of had to fight for it a little bit, to struggle, to let it come to a certain state. Yeah, and this whole wand and fire character to that looks like it is something about really creating. So there's a delay in your creating. Maybe you want to do something, but then something comes in your way. Maybe it's about anxieties, although the anxieties do not really. Okay, maybe here in the 9 of Wands, there is some form of mistrust and I see this looking at the Justice card as if you maybe do not trust that things will go, just, and that decision will be made in a way that, all the parts are seen and perceived equally and weighted equally. So, yeah, is that your own mistrust? And then what led here is the Emperor. So this is a quite controlling energy, but also actually just someone who has also a solid foundation and a good structure and some authority, and so it's like as if somebody told you, so let's now get your stuff together, which led you to kind of, gather yourself, struggle a little bit. But then the King of Wands in the crown is more like a good outcome of a struggle, like coming to an end with that, finding solid ground on that, Usually they are somebody who can really help carrying on this creative energy that the Page of Wands starts, So this is a whole fireplace here. And what I also see is that the King of Wands is kind of, looking the other direction. You can't really see that here, but it is. They are not looking to the future. They are kind of looking back. So yeah, it's like a blockage even here together with this Page of Swords. Kind of too much, a little bit too focused on all the things that could go wrong. And then there is this Justice coming in the transition. Libra energy. So, yeah, and they can actually make, balance these things out between being stuck and moving on, in saying that you'll be fine, you'll be all right, And also the Page of Wands, so your current situation is kind of looking up to them and kind of awaiting a decision. But interestingly enough, I get that it's a very silent reading. I can't see anyone truly communicating. Kind of everybody is on their own. It's like a very interesting frozen situation. And the only movement is kind of, in the base, kind of in your inner world, in yourself, and less in the outer space. So the current energy is actually waiting for justice. And there it is. And then the Nine of Wands kind of, again, is a bit mistrusting. Maybe you've had issues with justice in the past, where you realized things do not turn out the way that would be just for you. So that's kind of also understandable why there's a bit of mistrust. Then again, we have the Three of Cups, which is a very nice and good energy. It's even as if it is, not even, it's a bit like either you go in this mode or you go in that mode. It's a bit like a choice, even though it might not seem like a choice for you, but actually you do have a choice. And maybe the Justice in the front also indicates that it is equal parts here. So you could either go into the mistrusting, or you can celebrate and be happy about it. And even if you have not accomplished the things you want to, and even if you are still scared and have your anxieties and insecurities about things, you can still go ahead and maybe, even when not meet people, but you can celebrate for yourself the fact, for instance, that you have just decided that you want to focus on things turning out well, instead of clinging on to the, mistrust and insecurities that you have. Yep. So, and then again we have the King of Swords, so there's again justice. So this energy is a very analytical energy, very much in their mind. And I feel like also it's interesting how they frame this upcoming time. They're both very similar when you look at them. So they're holding the swords, and the difference is that Justice has a scale, but the King of Swords does not have a scale. So if you're maybe you're scared of, you look at your work and you're not very satisfied, and then you think, okay, when I really very rationally would weigh it against something else, compare it, then my results wouldn't be as good as other results. And this is something that makes you feel, makes you cringe and makes you feel as if you're not enough. But the King of Swords does not have a scale. Okay, they analyze, and they are very good at it. This is the energy for an intellectual analysis, and they're very just and ethical, and they do not have a scale. They won't compare. They will just see and look at your work and see it, through the lens of who you are, what you've put in, and yeah. So don't be scared about that. Also, you're judged also not only by how much you can, create in this world, but also who you are, if you're, yeah, kind of, are you a person easy to work with? Are you a person easy to collaborate or celebrate with? You know, kind of also the more personal side of things, and not only, you know, what you can put out there in the world, what, you know. People don't want to capitalize on you, like this King of Swords doesn't want that. They don't need that. Capitalize, is that a word? Like make profit out of your work. That's what I want to say. Okay, Scorpio, this was pretty long reading. I was also very slow, I feel. Because this was kind of slow, although we have so much fire here. But because, yeah, they don't communicate. It's kind of strange. So, anyways, I'm going to stop here. And I hope you'll have a good time through this. And let me know. And if you want to, you can tune in for future videos. And as always, thanks for watching. And yeah, good. Leave a comment if you like. And if you want to clarify what's going on here. And so, yep. See you or don't see you. Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye now. Bye.